Well,
Good
good
morning.
morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
I'm here for the first time, so I thought I would chime in and introduce myself.
Well, good. Welcome. Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Those
we are
are-
now live on YouTube, just to let you know.
Mhm. Those are some beautiful textiles behind you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're shawls.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Who is it who said they were here for the first time?
Me, Linda Hayward.
Linda, nice to meet you.
Yes. Thank you. I'm coming to you from the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
Which part?
I live in Boone.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, great.
Yeah. And
Is any snow on the ground?
pardon me.
Any snow on the ground?
Yes, there is a bit, although most of it has melted. But yeah, we moved here a year ago from California, so we're just getting used to things like snow. But it's nice.
Where were you in California?
We were in Southern California, a place called Santa Ana, which is pretty close to LA.
I grew up in Whittier.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's
Oh.
been a while.
Yeah. Well, do you miss the balmy breezes of the Pacific Ocean?
Sometimes, and I
Mhm.
miss the wonderful fruit and vegetables.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's a beautiful state. Really beautiful state. But we're glad to be here in Boone.
Well, welcome to our Kadampa Center Sunday morning Dharma. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask a question in Spanish for our folks who are listening to the Spanish.
Yeshua is here.
Okay. ¿Puede escuchar en español?
Good morning.
Good morning, Geshe-la.
Please have a seat.
Morning.
Have a seat. Today the parrot came to class. Mm. Yeah, good morning.
Buenos días.
Good morning. Oh, good morning, children. Thank you for translating for the
Buenos días a Charon.
for all the people back in Patagonia. So then, oh, Luis, Ninja, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Geshe-la.
Very good. So, good morning, Tomasi. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Elise. Good morning, Karen. Again, good morning, Luis. Again, good morning, Suzanne. Good morning, David. Good morning, Christina. Good morning, Habib. Good morning, Habib. Yeah, many faces. Yeah, I just need to visualize Habib also. Just need to visualize. That's the matter. Good morning, Bodhisattva Patrick. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, children again. Good morning, Panditji, Pati. Michael, good morning. David, good morning. Karen, good morning. Julie, good morning. William, good morning. Katina, good morning. Gabi, good morning. Anila Kesangmo, good morning. Tamula, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Alex is only enlightened, just here to help us to liberate. Oh, yeah. Let's go. To anybody watching on YouTube, all of you, good. Let's go here. Like Michael, good morning. Karen here, good morning. Karma, Pema, good morning. Pema Karma or Karma Pema, good morning. Helen, good morning. Peter, Alicia, Jill, good morning. Gabi, Roden, good morning. Fernanda and Marcelo, good morning. From Patagonia. Patricia from Patagonia, good morning. Jessica, good morning. Yeah, so we start with some prayer. Alhamdulillah, we lead the prayer. Okay.
We'll start with the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
So let me go a little bit. Teyata mune mune mahamunaye soha. Teyata mune mune mahamunaye soha. Teyata mune mune mahamunaye soha. See. Okay, now the Medicine Buddha mantra. Let's see. First, the verse of praise. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispelled the suffering of the lower realms, dispelled of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light.
So here, all my friends, before we recite Medicine Buddha mantra, Yeah, if you can visualize, okay, medicine Buddha image. Actually, of course, most of you know there's like 8 different types of medicine Buddha to help us. Usually, when I say practitioner means someone who's doing something good for the humanity, something good for the family, something good for the communities, physically, verbally, mentally, positive actions of mind, body, and speech, doing something good out of positive action of mind and body and speech. Second, one's only happiness and second, happiness for other beings. So that is practitioner. That's practitioner. Whether you call yourself a Buddhist or Christian, or doesn't matter. So you are practicing. Engaging yourself into positive action, which will ultimately benefit the whole world, actually ultimately benefit the whole world, or being positive, being being pessimistic doesn't benefit anybody else. You could call yourself as a Buddhist, but being pessimistic doesn't benefit anybody else, including yourself. So being positive, physically, doing something wonderful that benefit other beings, or verbally saying something wonderful that makes other people happy, and like mentally thinking something wonderful that makes you happy, makes other people less, stress. Yeah, so that's there's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Whole point. That's called meaningful life. That is called meaningful life. Being positive, that's a meaningful life. Being positive is like taking the essence out of this precious human life, being positive. Easy to say, but practically, it's not that easy to do. It's not easy to do, especially when you encounter someone you don't like, someone that you have opinions about, based on their culture, race, traditions, beliefs. So these are all not making the world a better place to live. So everybody should or must think something good, something positive. So that's all boils down on the attitude or perceptions. Positive perception here. So before we do medicine Buddha is to help practitioner to heal, to become healthy. Why to become healthy? Why? Because want to do positive things continuously that benefits yourself, other. That's why you want to be healthy. I say in the state to cheer up, cheer other people up, cheer other people up. You are capable to say something nice. No, same, you and me, everybody. We are all capable to say something beautiful. Whether it's only depends on need to see the reason why it's important to say something positive rather than something negative. Doesn't benefit anybody else or anybody else, including yourself. So then medicine Buddha is for the practitioner to have better health, healthy body, to do good things for yourself, for the other beings, why you are here on this planet. We have no clue how long we are going to be here, but we believe, we think that we are going to be here long period of time. Ultimately, we don't have any clue. We don't have any clue. Every day, this day could be the last day. Could be the last day. You choose to be positive or you choose to be negative. It's your decisions. So medicine Buddha is here to help the practitioner to have health, or as to have good health, to continue to do good things that benefits directly or indirectly whole humanity. Benefits. Okay, so I don't want you to think, oh, I'm not practitioner because I don't do this, and how is it? I don't do A1Z, Z1A or something. There's number, so practitioner basically means it all boils down to the mind. So then, if you are familiar with the image of the medicine Buddha, so then please visualize on your crown form of light, medicine Buddha. Actually, it's the healing energy of the enlightened beings. Appeared as a medicine Buddha is the healing energy that appears into the image. It's called medicine Buddha. So you visualize on your crown or space before you, doesn't matter. Rangi, Jivo, Sanje, Menchelas, medicine Buddha, here, form of light. So then, last year and still now, so many people's life has been devastated by this, current situation of the virus, fear, anxiety, stress, argument, losing job, then negative, mind, so many different form, different kind of negative mind rise on different based on different reasons. So many. It's not good. It's not good. It's unfortunate. So people should have more positive mindset that your life will be better up. So negative mindset is not good. It's not good. That's the last thing that you need. Oh, it's not good. So now, unfortunately, many lives have been devastated by this current situation. So there's a reason to pray, and a reason to visualize the medicine Buddha on each and every being's on their crown, not just your crown. Visualize all the people, all the beings that have been devastated by these current situations. Then you are doing something for something much, much bigger than yourself, and it benefits you. Visualize loved one, close one, somebody, a lot of them, many of them who already passed away. A lot of them, they are still in the hospital, struggling with their life. A lot of them are still fear they're going to get the virus and all kind of things. It's kind of unfortunate. So we need to pray day and night, pray for all those beings. Because that you are not sick, very fortunate that you can say some prayer for them to help, okay? So visualize many as possible. You can visualize medicine Buddhas on the crown of other beings, many as possible, okay? Then while we recite the medicine Buddha mantra, so then light emitted from the mantra, so then purify all the physical problems, mental problems, so make them healthy, physically, mentally, make them healthy, and fill the universe with a healthy mind and the healthy body. To basically fill the universe with a healthy, healthy people with a healthy mind, thinking about each other's happiness. thinking about each other's happiness. Think of happiness, each other happiness all the time, not just today, all the time. You know, that's how you contribute for the better world. That's how you contribute for the peaceful world. Mm. So then, of course, we are all saying the medicine Buddha mantra same time. They generate more power. How often we say same word, same time, how often? Not very often. Usually everybody says a different word, everybody says a different word. How many times all of us, same time, saying the same word, thinking about the same thing? Oh, positive energy is like energy is a part of the thought. Energy is a part of the thought. The positive energy is part of the thought. Negative energy also part of the thought. Part of thought. So positive thought create positive energies. So that, will have ripple of impact on others, on your mind, on others' mind. Of course, it begins from your mind. Okay. Just want to share. With you. It is our moral responsibility to being on this planet. It is our moral responsibility to being on this planet to pray for well-being of other sentient beings. Okay. Well, alhamdulillah, maybe we say medicine Buddha mantra, then think about much as possible. Think about, to benefit all and each and every living beings struggling physically, mentally, as I said, a lot of complications, a lot of problems. Yeah.
So we'll begin with the verse of praise. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the three poisons, I prostrate to medicine Buddha, lapis light. So shall we say, how many mantras should we say, Geshe-la?
Just 1 million.
1 million, okay.
Just 1 million. Seven. If someone who doesn't know what three poison means, three poisons, that refers to attachment, anger, ignorance. Okay, attachment, anger, ignorance. Ignorance usually doesn't understand the fact, doesn't understand the fact or reality. Of course, that can be explained based on the ultimate nature, based on true truth. But generally speaking, not knowing the fact. So then, judging and having opinions, judging, what is the fact? The fact is each and every one of us, This is very important. I think this is very important to you to have positive mindset. This is very, very important. In order to have the positive mindset, we need to understand each and every, what is the fact? The fact is each and every single being looking for happiness all the time. It's like you do, no differences. So that needs to be understood very clearly right from the beginning. So that knowledge allows you to develop, that allows you to meditate on compassion, loving kindness. There's the foundation. Each and every breathing, living being on this planet looking for happiness, something positive every single second. That is the fact. So then that's very important, okay? Yeah. Amazing.
Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha
And
Bekanze
that
Bekanze Zasangate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha.
So then Buddhists think right after the recitation of the mantra, so that like obstacles, physical problems, the problem related to the physical body, the problem related to the mind, completely purified, completely purified. That's also important. So then, for immeasurables.
May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, bring down please the four immeasurables. So they look at the word, like the may all sentient beings, very, very powerful. It's not saying just, oh, only myself. Not saying that. The very word, may all sentient beings, simje tamje. This is very powerful word, simje tamje. Without other beings, there will be zero happiness. There will be zero happiness. There will be no happiness. There will be no bodhicitta. There will be no compassion, no love, no kindness. There's nothing. Without other beings, there will be nothing else to enjoy. There's nothing else to enjoy. So this difficult time that you realize now what you call the essential worker. Without them, there will be no happiness. There will be no physical happiness. There will be no mental happiness. So this very word, may all sentient beings, senje tamje. It's very powerful word. And this is wonderful, wonderful. You could call prayer and practice. This four immeasurable practice and four immeasurable prayer is something is like really extremely wonderful. Wonderful thought to have in order to make your life more happier. These are needed. We need this knowledge. Not just knowledge, we need meditative experience of those prayer. What that means? That means we should center our heart into those prayers in order to get you to get maximum benefit. Maximum benefit. Just think about what's the difference between I, my, just only me versus may all sentient beings. Oh, big difference. First line is meditation on love. Meditation on the first line guide us how to do meditation on love. Happiness. What is happiness? Oh, you can define there are physical happiness and there's mental happiness. There's no third one. There's only two: physical happiness, mental happiness. Oh, what is physical happiness? Oh, sensory pleasures. Sensory pleasures is called physical happiness. Sensory pleasures. What do you mean sensory pleasure? Sensory pleasure is happiness, pleasure generated by looking at something, some kind of shape, color, happiness or pleasure generated by looking something beautiful, whether the shape or color. It's only two things. That is physical happiness. Or hearing something wonderful, listening to the music that makes you happy. Oh, tibet dewa. So you generate some kind of pleasure, whatever you call pleasure or happiness, generated by hearing something. Oh, that's physical happiness. Smelling something wonderful, smelling something good, generate pleasure or happiness, whatever you call that, physical happiness. Eating warm chocolate chip cookie from Whole Foods. Or in the Christmas time, drinking eggnog. Drinking eggnog. Eating something good, eating cheesecake. That is physical happiness. Then touching something smooth, probably included somebody giving a hug or somebody patting on your back. All of that is physical happiness. So you need to understand physical happiness. That's what's happening. Mental happiness, not much related to the object, mainly thinking makes you happy. Thinking makes you happy. Thinking about the benefit of welfare of all sentient beings, saying some kind of prayer. There's nothing that to do with the object, it's just thinking. So that's better. That's better. Better because why? Because it's not dependent on the object. It's just dependent on your thought. It's just thinking that makes you happy. Thinking just you felt that your life is very precious, based on many things that you can do, and you can motivate, and you can do, and you can you can do it happily, without any pressures. At the end, then you feel good, and you feel like you have your life has meaning, your life has purpose. Well, that is mental happiness. That you feel like that this life has some meaning to live. Mental happiness generally developed by thinking. You could call it meditations, thinking. This is mental happiness. May all sentient beings have happiness. Now you have idea what is happening, what you're hoping them to have. You're hoping them to have physical happiness, mental happiness. So now question is what I can do for happiness, for others. Oh, there are something you can do. There's not, you don't have to get enlightened. You can still do something. Contribute for others, people's happiness, related physical happiness, mental happiness, you can do something. Or you can say something beautiful. When other person hear, it generates pleasures. That's physical happiness. And then you are saying, may all sentient beings have happiness and cause of happiness. Then it's become practical, rather than just being mere word. We need to motivate. That's all. Are we capable? Yeah, we all capable because we all possess Buddha natures according to Buddhism. Am I capable to say something nice? Yeah, you are capable to say something nice. You just need to motivate. Why it's important to say something good than something negative? When you say something negative, there's zero benefit. You don't get anything. Other people, when they hear, they don't get anything. See, so for the sake of knowledge, okay, may all sentient beings have happiness, the cause of happiness. You start saying something wonderful word. If something goes beyond this life, if you become again, how you say, if you become human again, the result of saying beautiful word, saying nice, you end up hearing more nice word. The result. What goes round comes around. It's not about, it's based on the fact. It's not about religious business. Saying something harsh word, then expecting to hear something nice, that's not, not realistic. You say something harsh word, then expecting to hear something nice, but that's probably not going to happen. It's not about religion, whether you're Buddhist or not Buddhist, it doesn't matter. As I always said, you go around, ask people, would you like to hear harsh word? Who will say, hey, I want to hear harsh word? Nobody will say, regardless of your culture, tradition, belief, nobody wants to hear. Even animals, you yell at them, they run away. Even animal doesn't want to hear. We as a human, nobody wants to hear. So if you become human again, you end up hearing more nice word, kind word, loving word. That's the result. In this life, you choose, not somebody force you to do, you deliberately choose to be kind, physically, mentally, verbally. If you become human again, next life, people will become kind to you physically, mentally, verbally. Why was that? What goes around comes around. How I can tell in this life, yeah, you end up saying negative word to other people. How many people comes around? Very little. Nobody wants to be around with something, always saying negative things. Nobody wants to be around. Stress, that's called stress, general stress. So now, may all sentient beings have happiness, cause of happiness. It has some meaning rather than just mere word. That's what I'm saying. This first line guides you. It kind of guides you how to do meditation on loving kindness. When you have love, then your life will be better off. if there's love in your heart, if there's compassion in your heart, if there's hatred in your heart, life is not going to be good. If there's love, if there's a compassion, your life will be better. So now, may all sentient beings, this very powerful word, it's not about party, it's not about party, your party, or your team, or my kind, or your kind. It's not about people, people who share same belief. Nothing to do. Why is nothing to do with the belief or culture or traditions? Why? Because bottom line, each and every one of us looking for happiness every single second, same thing, same thing. There's no difference. You can't say, oh, Christian people, they don't want happiness, they just are looking for suffering. Wrong, wrong, nobody. This is the fundamental knowledge that we need in order to develop loving kindness, compassion within our heart. That we need to understand that when you see someone else out there, that person is looking for happiness. There's no person not looking for suffering. Oh, that person doesn't look like me. Maybe deserve suffering. Nobody deserves suffering. Nobody on this planet. Nobody. That idea brings suffering. That idea brings more complication in your life. So that needs to be understood very clearly right from the beginning. Right from the beginning. So then you can say there's some meaning when you say may all sentient beings. You really mean it. It's not just words. You're really thinking from your heart, deep down from your heart, the benefit of all sentient beings. You are thinking from your heart, not just saying the word. You are just really centering you're trying to center your heart into that message. So then you are happy, like cause happiness, physical happiness, mental happiness. The cause, may all sentient being happy. Happiness is the cause of happiness. What is the cause? As I said, cause. No, doesn't need to go that far next life. In this life, you motivate yourself every day and try to be more positive, physically, mentally, verbally. There will be impact. Oh, my neighbor, oh, she's so kind, so nice. Always say hi, always smiling, always something nice word to say. Nobody say, oh, I like so much my neighbor because she's or he is or she is very negative, always like kind of like. Nobody said that. Nobody said. Nobody said. Your pet, do they know that you are practicing Buddhism or not? Your pet. They only become close to you because you've been nice to them, kind to them. They believe you, they trust you because you are not going to treat them badly. That's why they become close, not because they know that you are practicing Buddhism. That's why I'm saying there's impact. You being negative, yeah, there will be negative impact on other people's lives. If you have nice neighbors, always say, hello, how are you? What is the cause? It causes nothing. It doesn't mean you have to pay like hundreds of dollars. No, just say hello. You say, oh, how's your neighbor? So sweet, whenever you see, always smiling. There is impact. That other your neighbor being positive, that's like impact, positive impact on your life. Doesn't matter that person, your neighbor could be Christian, you could be Buddhist, you could survive together. No need to fight. So that's the fundamental thing. That's the fundamental things. For on your sake, even you cannot think about numberless sentences. For on your sake, be kind. On the sake of your own happiness, be kind. That's the better. Being negative is not going to benefit you. It's not going to benefit anybody else. So why we do that? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Being kind physically, mentally, verbally, sake of your own happiness. So then that will have ripple of positive impact. As I said, how's your neighbor? So sweet, so sweet. Why you say so sweet? Because that person is being nice. That's all. Not because that person is teaching you something, asking you to believe in something. No? It's just being kind. No? That's why, so as I said, fundamentally, this is very important. Fundamentally, wherever you look, that being is looking for happiness. That needs to be understood very clearly right from the beginning. Like what you do, looking for every day, looking for something good. Other person doing the same thing. So now, what is the smartest choice? If that's the case, if that's the fact, being negative, nobody going to enjoy. Don't do that. Nobody going. It's not just religious business. Don't do that. Nobody going to enjoy. That's the point. Nobody going to enjoy you being negative. It's not just about creating negative karma like this and that. They're going to be one lower realm. Based on the fact, nobody will enjoy it. That's why I should not do. Should not do. Being kind. And I remember somebody says, if you need to choose between being right and being kind, you choose be kind. Then you're always going to be right. So I think that makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. Oh. I'm just here, with my friends. I'm just simply reminding you. I'm not saying something new that you don't know. I'm just simply here reminding you. Yeah. So there's the first line. Okay. So then when you say, then you can meditate on loving kindness. You can meditate on loving kindness. Second line, then you can meditate on compassions. So then, of course, your heart will fill with joy. If you meditate on loving kindness, compassion, so then there will be last third line is joy. Then your heart will be filled with joy throughout the day or end of the day after your practice. So the last line, the equanimity. So talking about equal right, all of that, all caused by the last. That's why the last line is important to have, has a fair attitude towards all other beings. All other beings are not just religious business. Why? You get maximum benefit. If you say, I love myself, that's exactly what you should do. If you do opposite way, you could say, verbally, I love myself, but practically you are not helping yourself at all. You are not helping yourself. Okay. So these are just want to share, these are the 4 immeasurable practice. Then when you say you can meditate means really saying the gentle word from the mouth, or noble word, gentle word, noble word, saying from the mouth, and then simultaneously reflecting on the noble meaning of the word. Oh, you get maximum benefit. If you are happier, you will do good things. That's what the humanity needs. More good people, positive people, more positive. Oh. So there's the whole goal. There's the whole goal of enlightenment, bodhicitta, bodhisattva. So we need more people who think about the whole humanity, not just small groups. Okay. So that's just want to share. That's a meditation you can do when you say the 4 immeasurables. So then that's very good. this productive practice you do. It's so easy to do. It's not that difficult, so easy to do. And you are fully capable to do. Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, there's so much been said, but I think it's important. So next,
We have the mantras, Chenrezig and Green Tara. Okay, so for Chenrezig, you can say the verse of praise, not veiled by any fault, white in color, who said a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings, to you, Chenrezig, I'll sing one, I prostrate. So here's the mantra, say that 8 times. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme.
Yeah, think about all the people who lost their life and all the people who are still fighting with the disease. Well, think of all of them, okay, while you say the mantra, please.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh yeah, then next time when somebody asks you, what do you practice? You say, I practice love, loving kindness, compassion, equanimity. I practice joy. You can say it proudly. What do you practice? What do you believe? I believe in compassion, loving kindness, compassion, equanimity, joy. It's not that difficult, You can say, I practice 4 immeasurables. I practice compassion, loving kindness. Based on what? Based on fact. Based on fact. So I realized that each and every sentient being's looking for happiness. That's why I deliberately choose to practice 4 immeasurables to help. Loving kindness, compassion. Begin with yourself. Begin with yourself. Don't just say, I love myself. Don't just say, I love myself. Do something. Saying, I love myself, doing negative things, it's not really good. It's like hypocritical. If you really care about yourself, if you really love yourself, you should think bigger. Think bigger. Just thinking yourself, that's not the way to go. Just thinking yourself, that makes you vulnerable, not venerable, vulnerable. Think big. Okay, so next time then you can say, I practice 4 immeasurables. I practice 4 immeasurables. Loving kindness, compassion. You can say that very proudly. So that's good to know. So then that's why I choose to say this prayer every Sunday morning. That prayer is based on fact. It's fact. So then you don't need to say, I practice Buddhism, I practice blah, blah. You are practicing Mahayana path. You don't need to say. You can just say, I practice loving kindness, compassion. For what? To benefit myself. Oh, that sounds like selfish. This has to begin with somewhere. It has to begin with somewhere. That's the positive selfish. You become more positive. Your neighbor benefits. Your neighbor benefits. To your neighbors knowing that you're a good person, it helps them. It kind of ease their mind. temporary benefit. Can you imagine that? Spreading. Ask each and every neighbor, oh, that person, oh, that's so sweet, or that person, ask other neighbor from the right side, say the same thing. Neighbor from the left side saying the same thing, refers to one person. That's how this positive energy spread. Okay, so then next time we can say proudly, say, I'm practicing 4 immeasurable. What are those 4 immeasurable? I practice loving kindness, I practice compassion, I practice joy, I practice equanimity. Trying not to judge anybody, not to judge anybody. So that's very good. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, it's taking a very long time. So, are we finished the prayer or no?
Well, we still have the
Oh,
green
yeah.
color. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Tare tu re soha. Om 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 tare tu re soha.
Oh yeah. So then top of that, doing like 4 immeasurable practice in the morning. Then of course, if you consider yourselves a Buddhist, then you take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. So then after that, do meditation on the 4 immeasurable practice. So then after that, if you say mantra, it has some substance. It has some substance. It's not just word, it has some substance. Otherwise, this mind get irritated so easily. The mind is like, get irritated so easily. So 4 immeasurable practice becomes armor. It protects you. When you see somebody enjoying, very much enjoying their life, instead of getting jealous, you rejoice. Because you say, may all sentient beings have happiness, cause happiness. Now somebody's having happiness, then you rejoice. Instead of not getting jealous. Maybe then you learn how to become part of their happiness. Then there's good things. Oh yeah, it requires mindfulness. Otherwise. Last 10 days, my sister came to visit me from New York City. So there's 2 boys, 8 years old and 13 years old, plus Giji-sambo's nephew, 11 years old, 3 boys. My daily routine is upside down. I can, all they want is sleep, play, that's all that's their life. All they want to do is they just want to eat and doesn't want to sleep. That's another thing. Doesn't want to go to bed early. That's the other thing. What they do, they run all over the place. They run in like, There's a risk. It may generate spiritual stress. because you can't do your daily prayer properly, quietly, silently, that you usually do. Now, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of that practice prayer that every day you do? 10 days pretty long. I sympathize with all the mothers there out there. I sympathize. So that's why you can't pay. You can't pay how much they sacrifice for you. You cannot pay for them. They sacrifice so much. It's not about 10 days. It's about day after day, week after week, month after year. That's why helping your mother is like equivalent of making offering to true enlightened being. There's no difference. When it comes down to marriage, there's no differences. All the mothers, I sympathize with you, all the mothers. So there's risk, may develop spiritual stress. Not able to follow your daily routine. They just want to play, that's all. They just want to play and eat and play, that's all. When you look at them, they are not cleaning their plate. They are throwing everything here, there. They are not picking them up. All kind of mindset rise here. It could get out of here. So then their happiness has been destroyed. What do you do? Yeah, you really need to be mindful. Like, it's quite amazing. Like, it's quite amazing. How come they just want to play? That's all they want to do. Just play and eat. And how you become so sophisticated now? How you become so sophisticated? Like everything's become so serious for them. Well, throwing thing here, that's not big deal. For you, it's like it's for you it generates stress. For them, picking one glass here, putting here, it's not stress. For you, there's a lot of stress. Seeing glass all over the place. Yeah, that's like just. Then I wonder, like, how I become like this. So it's like. They don't have structures. They don't have structures. They could put anywhere. So like that, it's quite amazing. Same human beings. So physically, mental, same thing. They just want to play. That's all. They just want to play. They just want to play. So, so sometimes I think it's good to know. Too good to be little bit relaxed. A little bit relaxed. Flexible. So like otherwise, yeah, every day you'll end up with zero happiness. Things are not happening in your way. So require a lot of mindfulness. I'm not bragging myself here. I'm just telling the truth. I'm not just bragging myself. So it's hard. But constantly reminding yourself the whole purpose of your practice is to contribute to more relaxed, flexible, see things from the bigger picture, so bigger picture. Otherwise, what I'm saying is there's always, how you say, mind. That's the point of mind makes this life so strong even willing to live in the fire pit eons and eons just to help one being. Where that come from? Mind. The power of the mind. You are willing to live in fire pit eons and eons just to save one sentient being. Where it come from? Mind. Come from mind. Yeah, no, because this mind makes us venerable, at the same time it makes us vulnerable. No, see, like, yeah, I think sometimes we need to remember that we used to be so relaxed, don't care where things put. Not like that relaxed, but we need to relax a little bit. We need to relax a little bit and be a little bit flexible. A little bit flexible. Oh yeah, the whole purpose of doing daily practice is to fill your heart with joy. Fill your heart with joy. At the end of the day, then you feel like that your life has some meaning to live. And praying for others, there's moral responsibility to pray for others who lost their life because this virus, are still struggling for their life, all kind of problems. So there's our moral responsibility every day to prayer, even just light one candle, dedicate for their well-being. Thinking much bigger than yourself every day, thinking much bigger than yourself. So then that makes that kind of makes your life relax, makes you feel like that your life has some purpose to live on, and your life has some meaning. You feel like you're doing something meaningful. So that's the best way to take the essence, the most out of this precious human life every day. Okay. Begin with the four immeasurables, meditate on four immeasurables. So if you are Buddhist, then you can say the refuge in Buddhist prayer. So then four immeasurables. Then top of that, then if you could, then you could say Mani mantra, Tara mantra, dedicate. Then it has some substance. It has some meaning, rather than just mumbling the word. So then, Tomasi, we have something to say.
Yes, Geshe-la, Sandy's going to speak for a moment.
Is there enough time?
Yes, we have about 20 minutes.
So how much time, Cindy, you need? So I've now finished, nothing to say.
I don't need very long, Geshe-la, and I'm sure people would rather listen to you than to me.
Yeah, finished, nothing to say much. So, and also like, this is the second day of New Year, or third, is this today's third?
Good day, yes.
And I already wish you good health, longevity, prosperity, wealth for this new year. And again, so we have known now 20 plus years. We have known each other 20 plus years. So then from bottom of my heart, I just want to express my gratitude to each and every one of you. Without your presence or your dedication, your participations, there will be no, there will be no center. There will be no center. I just want you to rejoice, even though you are not physically able to come because of, like family things or things to take care. So then time to time, when you're feeling bad, you need to rejoice. Think about the center, how many people have been benefited last 20 plus years, benefited. And you contributed for that center, our center, your center, is not, doesn't belong to Gishigele. Gishigele just teach there, and everything else is taken care of by other people, our members, voluntarily, voluntary basis. So many people have been contributed for the center, to get here. So just want to say from bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you very much. Coming there, cleaning, planting the flower, cleaning environment, mowing the grass, greeting people, so helping the children's programs, organizing the kid camps, doing the publicity, helping for the website, many things. I say behind the scene, so many people have participated. This is the collective contributions. That's where now we are at. It's the collective contribution. And you can see on my altar, there's a lot of butter lamp has been lit there, 24 hours lit. And I pray every single day. All the people that I encountered last 20 plus years, I pray for their well-being. As a monk, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's only thing what I can do well. So then I do that every day. I pray for all of you. So, and then hope that center will flourish, continuously, many more years down the road. So then all your contributions for the center, each and every one of you. So and for this new year, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And rejoice, please rejoice. You all contributed, rejoice. Okay, so, and pray the center will continue. Even though we are gone from this earth, the center will continue to benefit. So we get merit, part of the merit. So I have nothing to complain. Last 20 plus years, I have nothing to complain. Nothing to complain about the center, for the members, very happy. So all of you are beautiful, wonderful. So did wonderful things toward the centers. It's like service for the Dharma, service for the humanities. And I always pray it continues like that. And at least we can produce one good human beings. Not looking for how many Buddhists every year we convert. No. We're looking for how many people become more warm-hearted, more kind, more compassionate. So then that's it. That's the spiritual mission of Kadamba Center has been accomplished. All right, so all my friends to Patagonia, thank you very much for tuning in. So, and especially thank you for children to translating for them voluntarily. So, and see you next Sunday. Next Sunday, the children's going to interview me. I'm not sure what they will interview. I'm a little bit nervous. The children's from the center. I'm not sure. You never know what they're going to ask. So, but anyway. So that's what's going to happen next Sunday. Children's from the center is going to interview. What they're going to interview?
So they're going to be asking you about your life, about your childhood and living at the monastery and so on.
Okay. Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah, Cindy, yeah, please.
Okay. I'm actually going to read a letter that Kadampa Center received a couple of days ago from one of our members. It's a beautiful, beautiful letter. And it really expresses what Kadampa Center is. Dear Kadampa Center, thank you for providing me comfort this past year. My anxiety in March at the start of the pandemic was out of control. I work in the hospital, and at that time there was a genuine fear of death. I worried about myself, my coworkers, my family, my friends. I worried I wasn't doing enough. I worried that there wasn't enough food when the grocery store shelves were empty. My mind ran wild until the first online Sunday teaching. Prayers and chanting immediately took me to a peaceful, heart-opened place. And I realized this developed over years of coming to teachings at Kadampa Center, praying together as a community, discovering Buddhism classes, listening to inspiring, accessible teachings from Geshe, all very much have and are guiding me along the path. Deepest gratitude to all the teachers, to all the members that keep the center going, and to all of the members that make it a community. Big love. I'm not going to state who it's from right now, but that is a beautiful, beautiful letter of exactly what Kadampa Center means and why we are supporting Kadampa Center. If you have it in your heart to help support Kadampa Center, please go to kadampa-center.org. Give from your heart. We are in the middle of our annual appeal. We're actually coming to just the next month or so of it. We're doing okay, but we do need people to keep giving as much as they're able to so that we can sustain our center, so we can continue to take care of our geshes, so we can continue to have the programs and the classes and the teachings that allow us to support our community. Thank you so very much. This letter touched me and I wanted to share it with you all. Thank you very, very much. Thank you so very much. That's all I need to say.
All right, so then we'll stop now class here. So then wish you all a very wonderful weekend, Sunday. So then Samula will say the dedication prayers.
May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be free from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed.
May the powerless find power.
And may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, as long as beings remain, until then may I too remain, dispel the miseries of the world. In the land and circle
by snow mountains,
you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience, who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision, who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa from bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Anjana's victorious doctrine. Masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels, save myself and others, your disciples.
Please live long.
Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare soha. Om tare tu re soha. Om tare tu re soha.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. So have a nice weekend. Thank you very much. Oh yeah.
Gracias. Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Happy New
Geshe-la.
Year. Happy New Year,
Happy New Year,
Thank
Geshe.
you.
Thank you.
everybody.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Geshe. Gracias, Ale. Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.